What's good, boy dudes and boy dudettes? And today, in for the preparation of Tim Burton's live-action Dumbo releasing today, I thought let's go back and review the original Dumbo, the one that inspired Tim Burton to do a remake that doesn't even look that good in any sense, in any way. Before I do this review, I need to tell you that I did actually review this film on my original Boydude channel, and due to my channel being terminated from copyright claims and strikes, I lost that video and I have to re-review this film again. So here is my re-review of it. And Dumbo is a 1941 American animated film produced by Walt Disney Pictures and released by RKO Pictures. It's the fourth Disney animated feature film in the Disney canon and is based upon the storyline written by Helen Abelson and Harold Pearl and illustrated by Helen Durley for the prototype of a novelty toy, Roll a Book. Dumbo was released on October 23rd, 1941, made to recoup the financial losses of Fantasia. It was a deliberate pursuit of simplicity and economy for the Disney studio. At 64 minutes, it is one of the Disney's shortest animated features. Sound was recorded conventionally using the RCA system. One voice was synchronized using the Sonovox system, but it too was recorded using the RCA system. And I'm guessing the film did well at the box office. Despite the advent of World War II, Dumbo was still the most financially successful Disney film of the 40s. And after its October 23rd release, Dumbo proved to be a financial miracle compared to the other films before this film. Even though basically, I don't think it did as well as Snow White, but it did do just as well. And it received positive reviews at the time, and it won the Academy Award for Best Scoring of a Musical Picture, so well done for Disney. But what is this film all about? Well, a young circus elephant is born with comically large ears and given the cruel name Dumbo. One day at a show, he is taunted by a group of kids, inciting his mother into a rage that gets her locked up. After Dumbo's ears cause an accident that injures many of the other elephants, he is made to dress like a clown and perform dangerous stunts. Everything changes when Dumbo discovers that his enormous ears actually allow him to fly, and he astounds everyone at the circus with his new talent. That is basically the synopsis on the main page, and that is the film in a nutshell. There's no spoiler that he flies because every single bleeding poster shows him flying, and that scene doesn't even happen until the end, you know. But let's talk about negatives later on. Let's talk about the positives. And the positives, I have to admit, not much. The animation, I have to admit, is nice. I feel like they've perfected the crying scenes, you know, and any water scenes, you know. There are scenes when he's in a bath that the water looks so fluid looking and amazing. Just certain, like, some of his expressions. This character Dumbo doesn't say a word, not one little word, yet his expressions and just this design just make him look so alive, and you can tell what he's thinking and saying, and it's just amazing, you know. Some of the songs are okay, you know. There is one controversial song called When I Seen an Elephant Fly, and they are sung by crows, and a lot of people to this day have said that that scene is racist because I think at the time the crows are kind of portrayed as stereotypic black African Americans, and I think all African Americans voice their crows, but I didn't really say it was racist, to be honest. I don't think it's racist. I thought the crows were cool, to be honest with you. Yeah, I can see why people are a bit pissed, but you know, it was a film in the 40s. What do you expect? America was a really different place back then. In July 2017, after something happened, after being inaugurated as a Disney legend, Whoopi Goldberg expressed a desire for the Crow characters to be merchandised by Disney because she says, and quotes, the crows are the only ones who sing the song in Dumbo that everyone loves and remembers. And she has a really good point. I mean, these freaking these freaking crows just, you know, we all know the song with I see an elephant fly. It's just so memorable and lovable, you know. I think that's one of the best scenes, to be honest. I freaking love the animation and that jazziness to it. It's just really fun and funky, to be honest with you. Other songs which are kind of memorable is this one really trippy elephant scene. It's the Pink Elephant song, and it looks really trippy. And Disney back then loved to do really trippy animations, you know, with their sequences. They did it for the Fantasia. They did it. I know they did it in the Winnie the Pooh film. And there's always these weird, and Alice in Wonderland. They love these really trippy looking as animations, you know. And I loved it. I thought it was colourful, quirky, and funky at the same time. Now let's talk about like the animation. When the film went into production in the early 1941, supervising director Ben Sharpstein was given orders to keep the film simple and inexpensive. As a result, Dumbo lacks the lavish detail of the previous three Disney animated features, Fantasia, Pinocchio, and Snow White respectively. Character designs are simpler, background paintings are less detailed, and a number of held cells or frames were used in the character animation. Although the film is more cartoon than the previous Disney flicks, the animators brought real elephants and other animals into the studio to study their movement. Watercolor paint was used to render the backgrounds, and Dumbo is one of the few Disney features to use the technique, which was also used for Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs, and regularly for the various Disney cartoon shorts. The other Disney features used oil paints and gouache, I don't know how to say that. It's a type of watercolor. And Disney's Lilo and Stitch drew influence from the film Dumbo, also made use of watercolor backgrounds, as you can see in the film. I noticed that's why the film didn't pop out to me. It wasn't as impressive looking as the other flicks. And this is where we come to my mixed aspects, is that it doesn't look as amazing, you know. It's a very simple story, and yeah, another character who I'm not so fond is the rat character. He is kind of a rip-off to Jiminy Cricket. Jiminy Cricket was amazing. And yeah, it's the same voice actor. I think it's Cliff Edwards, who also did... Was it Cliff Edwards? I have no idea. No, Edward Borothy as Timothy Q. Mouse, and he's Jiminy Cricket version too, you know, except that he isn't as charming or funny as Jiminy Cricket. I prefer Jiminy Cricket than him. And other things I liked about the film, it does have some interesting moments and really touching moments, like the Baby Mine song. It's just so emotional and sad, and just, oh gosh, you know, it just makes you want to cry. It's just, I mean, look at that. Look at the tears that he's, you know, because his mother is locked up and he's so sad, and it's like, oh god, you that poor elephant, you know, like, oh, damn. And the way they animate the eyes and the tears, it's just, it really does pull at your heartstrings. Even the little mouse is tearing up as well. It's, I have to admit, this one sequence with all the animals is probably one of the best looking, because, you know, because it's a dark scene, you know, they can do more shadows and shading, so it looks better, I have to admit. That's a big ass drop tier. Lol. But honestly, this film is okay. It's extremely short. It's a minute. It doesn't even feel like a feature film. It feels more like a short film. It's so short. I'm used to longer than this by Disney. But Dumbo is a cute, innocent flick with decent animation, a lot of crime scenes, and good uses of water, and trippy ass pink elephants. With that said, I'm going to give this movie a 6 out of 10, and then I'm going to give it a C+. It's not the best Disney flick, but I don't hate it or anything. It's just, it is what it is, you know. If it's a bit forgettable, what can you do? Oh well. But thanks for watching this video. Please like and share, and comment down below and tell me, what was your favorite Disney flick? What was your favorite Dumbo moment? Do you prefer this movie or Tim Burton's version? Tell me in the comments. With that said, thank you for watching. Boydude signing out.